Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Leg Drop the World. My name is Doc. This is Velvet Thunder. No, this is actually my wife. You say hi to the good people?
Hello, good people.
I will be calling her Velvet Thunder for, forever. So, that's your name now.
Yes, because we're in love.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
So we are back, guys, with our review and recap of Clash of Champions. Oh, man.
I'm knocking things
She
over.
comes in here and she's like a bull in a china shop. If you guys haven't already noticed, Judge is unable to be here tonight, so Velvet Thunder will be taking his place. This is
I'm clearly
my
not
beautiful
Judge.
wife. So this is going to be exciting. This is good. So we are back to again talk about Clash of Champions. But before we do, if you guys could take a minute, hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification button to let you know when we upload new videos, and hit the share button. Share it with your friends. You could also leave us a comment. You could do that in the comments on this video, or you could hit us up on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave links in the description. Actually, this one has recently joined Twitter, so you can embarrass her and follow her.
Good luck finding me.
Oh, well, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Like, that's what I do. That's my job on this channel. So, Velvet.
Yes, Doc.
Well, you can't hit me. Usually I have Judge, give me the match order and everything. Would you like to do that?
Well, the Hype Bros.
Okay. Wait.
No?
Velvet. Hit me. We start off with
The Hype Bros.
the Hype Bros, the breakup. So we had Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder wrestling each other because apparently Zack Ryder has been holding Mojo Rawley back. Who did you go with? Who did you pick in this particular match?
I went with Zack Ryder.
You did go with Zack Ryder.
Big mistake.
Big mistake. And that wasn't your only big mistake tonight, was it?
Most of these nights are big mistakes.
But here's the thing. You knew that you were going to be doing, well, she didn't know, but she had a sneaking suspicion that you would be doing this. So you paid a little bit more attention to this particular pay-per-view.
Yes, as much as I could.
Yeah.
As much as the children would allow.
Yes. So what did you think of this match? Did anything stand out to you?
I missed a lot of the first one. I was cooking chili.
Did Mojo? Yes. So
And cornbread.
pay-per-view nights are we eat good on pay-per-view nights, and you can ask Judge.
I was very sad that I did not get a point.
Yes. So did you happen to notice Mojo Rawley's ring gear at all?
No.
He needs new ring gear. Actually, pretty
So he's
decent
not
match.
the only one.
Yes.
But we'll get into that later.
That is true. There was a major. Well, we'll get to that. But I think overall it was a fine match. But I mean, it was pre-show, right? It wasn't even on the main card, so it didn't feel like there was anything. I mean, this was a big breakup. I don't know if you know.
I did.
But I mean, they were in NXT together. They were a tag team there. They came up to the main roster. They had a run there until Zack got injured. And here they are breaking up on the pre-show. No pomp, no circumstance.
Wasn't there even a commercial right in the middle of it?
That's true. That's true. We didn't even get like 2 minutes into the match, and it was like fade out commercials. And then we got to watch the rest of the match. But anyways, nothing spectacular. I mean, it was a pretty good match. It's just unfortunate that such a big breakup is kind of an afterthought. So hopefully it leads to good things for both of these guys. But I think that Mojo's probably the one who's got the higher upside here. So then we move into...
Was that...
yes, that was.
Yes. The Baron versus Bobby versus Dolph.
For the
For the U.S. title.
For the United States title. Now, who did you pick in this one?
I picked Bobby.
Now, who did your heart want you to pick?
My heart wanted me to actually pick Dolph.
Yes. I did too. We're both big Dolph Ziggler fans.
Yes. I like Dolph.
But I don't know. I thought that maybe they would try to capitalize on... I mean, people love that Glorious song. They love the whole Glorious chant or thing that he does and stuff like that. So I thought maybe creative would kind of go in that direction. But no, they swerved us big time and gave the United States title to Dolph Ziggler.
I was okay not getting that point.
Yeah,
because I was happy that Dolph got it.
Absolutely.
I never even considered that he would, though.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody gave Dolph Ziggler a chance at all. I mean, Shane came over and he was like, yeah, there's no way Dolph Ziggler's winning this. And so everybody either they picked Baron or they picked Bobby, and then Dolph won. And, I mean, good for him. I hope he does something with it. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I hope they let him do something with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thing because, so on SmackDown, the SmackDown before Clash of Champions, the Go Home show, Dolph came out to his music, you know, and I mean, it's good music. He's been coming out to it for years and years. But for this particular show, he came out again with just like a dark screen, the Titantron, nothing was on it, no music. He just walked to the ring. I don't know if that's how you get a character over in, especially a champion.
It's unique, though. Nobody else walks out that way.
I guess.
I'm big on entrances, and that one stands out.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, your favorite pay-per-view is Royal Rumble.
Because of all the entrances.
Because of all the entrances. I don't know. I just feel like the whole no gimmick thing is a gimmick, and I don't know that that particular gimmick gets over. But what do I know? He's got the belt. He's a great wrestler. He's a great talent.
We'll see.
Hopefully it all goes well for him.
I hope so. I like Dolph.
You know, nothing again spectacular about this match, but it was good. It was a fun match. It's always fun when you have like 3 people in the ring. Hey, my cat's about to get in this shot too. We left the door open just in case the kids, you know,
Where is he?
Need us. But they are sleeping, which is why this video is going to go out a little late.
Steamboat. This is our cat Steamboat.
Yes, because my favorite wrestler of all time is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So anyways, good match, fun match. But, yeah, we have a new, here, I'm going to put you over there. So, yes, we move on to the
tag title.
The tag title. So, it was the Usos versus
New Day
versus
Rusev Day. Is that really what they're called, is Rusev Day? Or
yeah.
do you name them that?
No. I'm assuming that's what they call it.
Okay, Rusev Day.
You can't, if that's going to be, that's what everybody is chanting and singing and stuff like that. You can't make it something else now. It's their Rusev Day.
Rusev Day.
And then the 4th team was
Gable Jamin,
Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin. This was a really good match. I don't know how much you saw of this particular match.
I saw a lot of this one. Not all of it, but a lot of it.
I thought it was going to be kind of a mess because it was it was 4 people in the ring at all times. So you had one person from each team always in the ring. And a lot of times it was like Rusev Day versus the Usos and Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus the New Day. That's kind of the way that it shook out. But, man, there were some great spots in this particular match. And I don't know why it's surprising. I mean, the New Day and the Usos are freaking amazing. Oh, I mean, not that I even was pulling for them. I mean, I voted, well, I guess I'm always, like, under the radar, pulling for, there you go. Yeah, that's right. You're wearing your New Day stuff.
My hoodie.
I'm always pulling for the New Day, 100%. But in this particular match, I actually went with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. You went with...
I went with the New Day because they're my heart.
Yeah, they're the New Day. And during the pre-show, they set up the whole thing where it was they would be 5-time champions, and this is actually Big E's 5th anniversary with the company. So.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Congratulations, Big E.
Really, honestly, everybody except for one person tonight. We
all went with the New Day.
The New Day, or I went with Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, but only one person got a point off of this particular.
She wasn't even
match.
Here.
Yeah,
she was.
But man, great match. It's not surprising. Usos and New Day put on great matches every single time they get in the ring. Did anything in particular stand out to you? Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah. What was that he was doing where he kept flipping everybody over his head?
Oh, that's
Even Big E.
He would roll. Yeah. So Chad
and he just kept going.
Chad Gable is so freaking strong. He's so small, but he's really strong. And so he would. It's a German suplex, but he would catch them and then like just deadlift them, and it was so slow until like the very last second they would hit the ring. Oh man, it was beautiful.
It almost looked like his legs were gonna buckle when he did it to Big E.
Yeah.
I mean, he did it, but it was like, whoo.
Yeah, I mean, he ragdolled Rusev, who is twice the size of him, and Big E, who is also twice the size of him. I mean, it was insane.
Big E's a tree.
Yeah, he is a big dude, and Chad Gable just made him look like a child's toy. So, anyways, that was super exciting. There were some really, really great spots, but then the Usos ended up winning with their patented super kick splash. And yeah, fun match. I think that this was probably my favorite match of the night.
Ow, it's getting me.
This cat's bothering people. So anyways, I thought it was great. But let's move on. We move on to
the women's title.
That's right. And this was a Lumberjill match. So it was Charlotte and Natty, and they were they were the only two in the ring. And this actually really bothered me because I don't think it was the Go Home show. It may have been the show before. Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad went to Daniel Bryan and said, "Listen, I want my shot at the title. I want my opportunity." And Daniel Bryan said, "Okay, cool. I'm going to do a Lumberjill match or a Lumberjack match." And they were just like, "Oh, cool." But all that means is that they get to sit outside the ring while the other two people fight for the title.
It doesn't change anything.
Exactly.
About the match.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like the whole
I did
premise,
get to see more entrances. That was fun.
I guess that's nice for you. But the whole premise of it, the whole premise of this particular match, I thought was weak. But the match itself was pretty good. I mean, Charlotte and Natty have been doing it for a long time. They put on good matches. The interference from the girls outside, though, at a certain point, it just seems really unfair, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, but I guess that's WWE. Anyways, there was really cool, obviously, there was the moonsault spot that Charlotte always does.
Mm-hmm. Always good.
Yeah.
Always expected.
Always missing. Like, no one catches this girl. What is the problem? Like, everyone knows when she goes up to the top of the turnbuckle that she's going to flip off and you have to catch her. No one ever catches her.
Which, I mean, that's kind of on her at this point, really.
Is it, though?
I mean, they never do, so she can't be mad about that.
But here's the thing, right? When it comes to a Charlotte Flair match, people expect that moonsault spot, right? They pay money to go to a live show to see Charlotte do this particular spot. If you're going to do it, catch this girl. She did it against Nia, and she just, like, Nia completely whiffed. Actually, I think she got kicked in the head. Natty missed her. All of the people that were there this time missed her. So, I don't know. It's a good thing, though, that she can backflip off of the top turnbuckle and land on her feet on the floor.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, because she was fine. But anyways, that particular thing bothered me. The other thing that bothered me about this match was the fact that Natty hit the sharpshooter. Charlotte did not tap out. I mean, she was in that sharpshooter for, I don't know, maybe a minute. before she like grabbed the bottom rope to force the break. But when Charlotte puts on the figure eight, Natty taps out almost immediately. Like, how much stronger is the figure eight than the sharpshooter? I mean, they're booking it like that figure eight is like the pedigree. Like no one can withstand the figure eight.
Right.
So I don't know. The disparity between the two finishing moves kind of bothered me a little bit. What was the deal with Natty? So Charlotte goes over. She taps out Natty. They interview her in the middle of the ring after she loses, and they're like, so what's next for you? What's going to happen now? And she essentially says, what? Like
she's turned her back.
That's right.
We all turned our backs on her, so she's turning her back on us. But what does that mean?
I don't know.
Did she quit?
I don't know.
What is that?
I guess we all have to wait until next week to find out what the ramifications of her turning her back on us.
Oh, and she was so devastated.
She did.
Tears.
She cried, but then they went to they cut to commercial. Like she was like, and then it just like fades to black, and it's like a tap out clothing commercial or something. So I don't know. It was weird. I guess we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
I don't think she's quitting though.
I can't imagine. I mean, Natty's whole world is the WWE and her cats.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe they got new cats and she just can't juggle.
Has to stay home with them. It's a lot of work raising those cats.
And Total Divas, if it told us nothing, it told us that she does not want children.
Yes, that's
so
been
it's
made
not that.
Very clear.
Anyways, we'll find out what happens there. So what do we have next? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I went with my heart on this one too.
Yeah, so we get the Bludgeon Brothers, and so this is apparently wrapping up the 6-month storyline of who destroyed their office and dismembered Tully, their stuffed horse, and all the stuff. They've been doing the Fashion Files for about 6 months now. Apparently it was the Bludgeon Brothers, and so the Bludgeon Brothers versus Breezango happens. And man, this was a quick match.
I mean, we knew how this match was going to go.
Well, yeah. I mean, for the predictions video, I was like, they're going to get squashed. They're going to get stomped into the ground. And that is exactly what happened. Breezango, it wasn't even funny or anything. It was just like, well, they're dead.
This is how this ends for them.
And to be honest, I kind of like Luke Harper. I mean, I like Eric Rowan, but I've always really liked Luke Harper. I wasn't sure about this Bludgeon Brothers thing, but it's kind of growing on me until they speak.
Yes.
When they speak, they ruin everything.
They do. They need to not talk.
Yeah. I don't even know what they said tonight, but it's just like this growly, like, nonsense.
Up is down.
And then they have to do their...
Down is sideways.
Rowan, Harper, Bludgeon Brothers at the same time. And... but they don't time it correctly. It was like when Sheamus and Cesaro were doing the bar thing, and they couldn't quite get the timing. We are the bar. So, anyways, I mean, it was fine. They did the the elevated power bomb that they did to the poor guy on SmackDown. Fortunately, Fandango did not go.
I think it would have been amazing if he had.
Honestly, I was kind of waiting for it.
I mean,
when they did it, I was like,
all the guys, he could have done it. It would have been hilarious.
But he did not do it. Unfortunately, it was just sort of a unceremonious beating of Breezango.
To wrap up that whole 6-month thing, just like that.
I know. It is underwhelming, to say the least. I mean, I don't know if it puts over the Bludgeon Brothers either the way that they want it to. I mean, I guess it makes them look really strong.
But they don't. They're up against Breezango. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you couldn't get one spot in there that made Breezango look even remotely good.
Well, Breeze's shorts. I mean, those made him look good.
Did they, though? Did they?
No.
I don't think they did. Those shorts. He looked like he was doing Breezy Bella again.
He did.
Like, dude, those shorts, man. Come on. So, anyways, that was sad, but I don't know. Hopefully, they do something good with the Bludgeon Brothers. So we move on to
Sammy and Kevin Owens versus
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, and why can't I remember?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
And Shinsuke. Yeah, I'm being put on the spot here.
Yeah.
And I'm freezing.
And there were two.
I can't read his handwriting.
Yeah, exactly. I am a doctor.
Right?
Right. Doc. And then there were two referees in this match, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. Shane McMahon has a vendetta against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Daniel Bryan inserted himself into this match because he felt like maybe Kevin and Sami weren't going to get a fair shake. The first part of this match was a mess. Like, it was Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan were trying to count, the pinfalls and stuff like that, but they were doing it at separate times. It was a mess. I think that's what they were going for, though.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
there was going to be, we knew there were going to be shenanigans in this match, and
oh yeah,
that was obvious.
Yeah, well, I think the sad thing about this particular match was that I think everybody knew that Kevin and Sami were going to win.
Obviously.
Because the stipulation was that if they lost this match, they would be fired not from just SmackDown, but from all of the WWE.
Right. So we knew they were going to win, but it was how are they going to go about it?
Yeah.
How is it going to play out? Are they going to cheat? Are they what? So we knew there would be some sort of
exactly, and
it wouldn't be a clean win.
I love you so much. Listen to this. And the first half of this match was kind of a mess. It was, I didn't really know where to look or anything, but then at one point Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are arguing, and finally Daniel's like, all right, I'll take this half of the ring, you take that half of the ring. And that's when things started to get a little more organized.
And that's where I came back in.
Yeah.
I had been in the kitchen, and
yeah.
So
and
I thoroughly enjoyed the match from there on out.
It was pretty fun. I mean, obviously Kevin and Sami are I've been wearing my Sami Zayn hat for years now. They're great. But I thought the finish to this match was actually really well done. So if I remember correctly, at one point, Randy Orton is covering Sami Zayn. Daniel Bryan is standing kind of above Shane McMahon, who is starting to do the count.
He was counting.
Yeah.
He got to 2.
And Kevin Owens came in and he bumped Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan falls and hits Shane, thus stopping the count. And Shane gets really mad at Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan is just, I can't
What
believe
happened?
What happened? I can't
believe
I'm
this.
so sorry. And then Sami Zayn actually gets the upper hand on Randy Orton. He goes for the roll-up. Well, Shane jumps on Daniel Bryan's side of the ring and starts the count. He gets to 1, 2, and then he doesn't count 3.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel Bryan now gets really mad.
Now he's mad.
Exactly. So he's yelling at Shane, and in sort of the confusion of all of it, Randy Orton goes for an RKO on Sami, while Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are still arguing. And Sami Zayn turns the RKO, he counters it, and just turns it into another roll-up. And Daniel Bryan gets down on his hands and knees and goes, 1, 2, 3. And as he's doing it, Shane McMahon, dives. He's like, no. And to try to stop the count, but Daniel Bryan counts too fast. And so Sami rolls out of the ring. Kevin comes running over, kisses him on the cheek.
Best friend kiss.
Yeah, and so, anyways, the finish I thought was great. I thought it was a fun match. I thought the finish was really, really good.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. It was entertaining, and
it was really well choreographed.
Yeah.
They played the replay 3 times. And I was actually, as much as I'm not a Shane McMahon fan, he did a really good job of like jumping and like trying to break up the count. So, anyways, I thought it was great.
I did too. I liked it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would say that was a little off-putting was your boy. Well, mine too. I have a Shinsuke shirt too. Shinsuke.
Where did he go?
Yeah, like
he went out for a beer or something.
Yeah, there at a certain point he goes outside of the ring, and I think Kevin Owens, like does something to him, but then he just disappears.
I
forever.
Actually kind of forgot he was in the match.
Well,
like
yeah,
we're watching and
couldn't even remember his name.
I know, and I couldn't read it. No, we're
remember.
watching it, and when he came back at the end, I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about you."
Yeah, he just kind of like pops up from behind the ring, and it's like, "Hey, there's Shinsuke."
He took a little nap.
Yeah, so that was
a lot of work.
Shinsuke didn't come off the best in this match, but honestly, I don't know why he was attached to it in the first place. Like, what was he even doing there? Other than maybe keeping him in people's, eyes and, stuff like that. Because hopefully, and this is a rumor that I heard on the interwebs.
Juicy gossip.
And, I mean, if we can trust the interwebs for anything.
You can believe everything you read on the internet.
It's confirming, rumors. But the rumor that I heard was that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the Rumble. And if Shinsuke wins the Rumble, then that could set up Shinsuke versus AJ at WrestleMania.
Oh, that would be a tough one
to
choose between. I'd be okay with Shinsuke as long as Randy doesn't win the Rumble again. I'll be happy. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. As long as Roman Reigns, because that's the other thing. Is that Roman, the whole thing, I mean, for the whole year has been Roman and Brock Lesnar at Mania, main event, right? But the way that WWE... but the way that WWE... I don't know if I've said this lately, but I love you. I know that I have. But still, anyways. But the way that the WWE can get around that kind of stuff is like, what does main event mean? Like, is it what goes on last? Is it, what is it? Are you in a title match? A main event could mean any number of things. So,
well, main event is who goes on last, always.
Yeah, I know. I know. But, I'm just saying they get around that. So hopefully Shinsuke can win. I hope that they do that. But anyways, that actually leads us quite well into our main event, which is for the WWE title.
Oh, yes. AJ and Jinder.
Speaking to your microphone.
AJ and Jinder.
Yes. So I am a huge AJ Styles mark. My number one favorite wrestler on the planet.
I don't think none of us went for Jinder.
No, nobody went for Jinder. At one point during this match, so I mean they have a match and it's really mostly just the first half of the match was Jinder just throwing AJ into things. I mean that's really all it was. I think he tossed AJ, just tossed him out into the middle of the ring twice. So it wasn't a great match for the first half. But at one point during the match, Jinder Mahal hits the Colossus, and it looks messy again. He doesn't hit that Colossus very well these days. And I thought, oh no, AJ's going to lose. This is terrible. But he kicked out. AJ Styles kicked out of a Colossus. Oh, and
because he's that good.
He's phenomenal.
He is. If there were one word to describe him.
Yeah. It's not SAWFT.
No.
Sorry. Oh, the other thing was that the Singh Bros, I was a little worried about this because the Singh Bros came in and intervened a little bit, and AJ hit the phenomenal forearm on one and a Styles Clash on the other, and I was like, oh, he hit his two like big money finishers. That means he's not going to hit it on Jinder. What's going to happen? So anyways, what did you think of this match?
I was really glad that AJ won. I had a really hard time getting past Jinder's attire.
That's right. So we did, let's to loop it back around, we were talking about ring gear.
Yes.
Jinder Mahal, first of all, they were brown.
Right?
Like, he's wearing his like tighty
kind of-
whities, but they're super brown, so are his knee pads. But
Actually, I didn't mind the color so much. I mean, I noticed the color when he came out, and I was like, huh. I mean,
I
it's
guess.
different, but
Go ahead.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
I mean, well, your kids are upstairs, so you can. They're sleeping. You can say whatever you want.
Well, there was like the perma wedgie, and then you're constantly seeing his butt cheeks.
Yes.
Like Charlotte's attire.
let's
but
put
then I believe the word perineum came up
Yes. There was
during this match.
Let's put it this way. We all saw way too much of Jinder Mahal's undercarriage to be comfortable. This
Yeah.
was an uncomfortable set of tights that he was wearing. And it really was distracting because there were a couple times where like Jinder went for a cover on AJ and just like put his junk like right in AJ's face. It was like, dude,
Aw.
not cool.
He might need a raise
Not
having
cool.
to deal with that.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, the first half was kind of boring. The second half of the match was okay. It was an okay match. I mean, it was AJ Styles, so it's not bad. But anyways, AJ Styles is able to beat Jinder Mahal to retain the WWE Championship, and all is right with the world. Because now, if Shinsuke Nakamura wins the Rumble, that means that if that does set up Shinsuke versus Shinsuke in a main event type spot for
I was gonna
the
say,
title.
we've had Shinsuke versus AJ in the past, haven't we?
If you had watched Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan Pro Wrestling, you would have seen AJ versus Shinsuke Nakamura. But really, in the WWE, the only glimpse that we've gotten was at Money in the Bank, because they were both in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and there was like a probably 3-minute segment, 4 minutes maybe, of AJ and Shinsuke wrestling each other, and it was just like, yes, more of that. Yeah. So, anyways, I think it could be great. I don't know. Like I said, it was Shinsuke winning the Rumble was an internet rumor, so I'm not going to put too much stock into it. But anyways, good match. So card overall, this whole pay-per-view, on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Well, I give it a 7 or an 8. What'd you give it? Am I?
No, I mean, your rating is your rating. You're allowed to have whatever rating you
Well,
want.
I'm glad. Well, when I look at it, I'm glad that Dolph won.
Yeah,
I did want the New Day to win, though.
but it was still
And
a good
I'm just
match.
going off of, it was a good match. I'm going off of my wants and desires
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I wanted Breezango to win.
Yes.
We knew they weren't, though, so it wasn't like, huh. And I thought the KO and Sammy
Yeah,
match was fun to watch, so
absolutely.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I
Overall.
think that if I were going to rate it, I would give it a 7. I think it was way better than I expected. I was not excited about this pay-per-view going into it, just because I don't know. I felt like we were sort of spinning our wheels until we get to the bigger pay-per-views like Rumble and Mania and stuff like that. But for just a small brand-specific pay-per-view, I thought it was really fun. There were just a couple little things that bothered me about it. So yeah, I would give it a 7, a hard 7, maybe a 7.5.
Oh,
So yeah,
we're so in love.
absolutely we are. So anyways, that's Clash of Champions. There you go. Great show. If you didn't watch it, see if you can,
See if you can.
See if you can get on that WWE network schniz and watch it, because it was actually pretty entertaining.
It was entertaining.
I mean, we've sat through now every pay-per-view this year,
Yeah.
right? And in terms,
have we? What's the last pay-per-view we've missed?
I don't think we've missed any.
For a long time.
Yeah, for a really long time. And so, I mean, we've had Raw and SmackDown, like the dual brand pay-per-views that weren't as good as this just chintzy little pay-per-view that shows up, at the end of the year. So I thought it was good job, WWE. There you go.
Cheers.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Again, if you could take a minute, hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification button to let you know when we upload videos. Hit the share button, share it with your friends. Leave us a comment. You could comment on this video. You could also check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'll leave links in the description. So yeah, unless you have anything else.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, Velvet Thunder, thank you for joining me and filling in for Judge.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
I hope this was a good experience.
It was a good experience.
Sweet. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us, guys. We will see you next week. All right. You ready?
Cheers. Clink.
So I'm just going to go. You nervous?
I have no idea what I'm going to say.
Don't worry. I'll lead you.
You guide me.
I'll guide you.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey, guys. Welcome back.